Hello and welcome to Rallying the Forge. I'm Solmer, and we have a interesting episode for you today. We're going to be jumping around on a bunch of different little things, trying to catch up on community activities and things going in and around SolForge Fusion. First off, I want to say I am disappointed that not even one person took a guess at the second trivia question of how many campaign buffs are there in the game. And I said I would do it Price is Right style, but no one even put out a guess. So no one won the booster. So we're back. We're going to have two questions, and we're going to have a booster available for each of the questions. Of course, you can only win once, so don't answer both questions if you get one right. But if you don't get the first one right, you're free to guess on the second one. So the first one I'll do now, and then at the end of the video, I will do the second one. So, or towards the end of the video, I guess. The first one's going to be, how many visions are there in the campaign buffs, and what are the names of those buffs? So, you need to give me a count and give me the names of them. And you can win a Beakers Bones BOOSTER. That's 4 decks just for answering the question. So the first thing we're going to jump into is the SFCS. So we're near the end of January here. So this season, which is the 4th season, is coming to a close. Let me switch over to Chrome. So you can see here, and the link for this is in my video description somewhere. So you can go to this page yourself if you want to look at it. So this lists almost all of the qualifier events that go on. As you can see, most of them are completed. We only have 2 more left for this month. Friday is going to be the finals. So for that event, you need to qualify through one of the qualifiers to be able to participate in the finals. If you play in the finals, if you are there for the finals, you get a booster code for whatever set that is going to be played, and rumor has it it's going to be set 4 this time. But we'll see what they end up going with. They've done set 3 the past couple times, and I think that's been pretty good, but it looks like they might be going to set 4 this time. I don't know. That's just the rumor. So there's 2 more events. They're both tomorrow. One at noon my time, 4 p.m. my time. I don't know if the site shows it in your time. I don't know how that works. But you can find out. You can figure that out but by asking around if you need to. So if you're looking to qualify and want to participate Friday, which that event is also at noon, it's not posted here yet. They'll probably make it tomorrow is my guess, and then they add everybody who qualified. Or you might be able to sign up. I'm not positive. But nonetheless, Friday is the finals. The last 2 qualifiers are tomorrow that I am aware of. I don't know of any others that are going on. There was one today that was not posted on here. It wasn't set up under the SFCS tag, but it was posted on the calendar, which is the next thing I'm going to go to here. You can always go to the Google Calendar and see what events are posted. It's not always, so you can see the qualifier today at 11 a.m., but it wasn't posted on the SFCS page. So sometimes you need to use both to be able to find all of the events. Sometimes mistakes are made, or they don't follow through and finish out posting them all, whatever it might be. You can see tomorrow only the 12 p.m. is posted, but there's a second one at 4 p.m. listed here. So there is 2 tomorrow, only 1 on the Google Calendar. That means 1 comes through the Discord. Everything on the calendar comes through the Discord. So you just have to sometimes do a little bit of digging to be able to find them all. But yeah, we're down to 2 for the month, for the season. And then we have the finals. And then next season will start in February. It's going to be a short month because February is a short month. And I don't know how quickly they're going to have turned around to get these next week's events set up, or if they're already prepping it. Not positive on that. This past season, they took probably a week before they got events posted, or they got posted up. The first event, I think, was on the 5th, so 5 days before they were posted. That was posted same day. And then they started rolling in, and it got better for the last 3 weeks or whatever for the month. But yeah, we'll see how that rolls out. You'll want to pay attention to, like I said, the challenge website under SFCS or the Google Calendar. Also, you can always ask around in Discord. There are some people who try to play in all the events, or sometimes they know of an event just because they're part of those communities. So just got to pay attention for it. But Friday, like I said, is going to be a sealed event, likely set 4. That's the rumor. And you'll make a deck. You can play with any of the 4 decks you get. You have to record your opening, of course. You'll have to be in the 100X Discord. That's how you'll get your code, because you'll create a ticket in there. And then you record your pack openings and post it up, and then you'll play once they get everything organized, and you'll start playing your matches. It likely is going to be 4 rounds this time, not 3. That'll give more separation in the standings, and also give people a better chance to redeem themselves if they do lose a match early. So I like that they're going to try that. They're going to be trying to stick more to a more strict time with the rounds and finishing matches and putting your screenshots in and whatnot. So if you're new to the event, have questions, I will be hopefully streaming up to an hour early. Don't know if I'll be quite an hour early, but the goal is to be streaming beforehand. So when I get my deck code, I can put that in, record my little video for it, and post that up, and then select what I'm going to play with. But yeah, if you have questions, that'll be the time to come hit me up, ask me. I can explain everything to you so you don't miss any steps. But the Discord link for 100X is on the Google Calendar, which is linked in my video description. So you can go there, find this link, join their Discord, do all the authenticating you need to. I would do that in advance rather than day of. Because the people that could likely fix it for you are going to be very busy that morning. They're not going to have time for helping people get into their Discord and deal with whatever problems they have come up there. Do that tomorrow or the day before. Do that today, and get that out of the way. So with that said, that's enough about that stuff. Let's talk about who has qualified. So I've got a sheet, an unofficial standings of all the events this month. I've input them all into the spreadsheet. As you can see, all the bottom tabs, or maybe not, I don't know what you can or can't see. You can see them. So all the bottom tabs there. And then I put it into a leaderboard. Old School Club did a cumulative thing where all their events basically combined into one. They did starter decks all month. They've done starter decks every time I've played with them. And so what I did was, once they had their final event, which was last week, I totaled out their events, and based on who had already qualified, those people are skipped, and then it added the 3 more players who had not qualified yet, and they qualified under the Old School Club banner, essentially. So on my sheet, I've also got a list of everyone who qualified. So we have 62 people qualified so far, and we're going to have 2 more events tomorrow, so we could have almost 70 people. Plus they invite a dozen or more content creators or event hosts, things of that nature. So they'll be in there as well. So if everyone shows up, we could have 70 plus people, 80 people. That'd be a really, really large number. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, right now I've got 62 people qualified. This is the unofficial list. It's not 100X has their own list, and however they track it, they've got their way. But this is what I've got going on. I have a different view. You can see by event who qualified in what event. So if you want to see what banner you're qualifying under, you can see that there. You can see there's been some events where only one person qualified. There was an event with 2 people just qualified, a couple with just 2. So there's been events where had another person participated, they would have automatically qualified, even if you lost all 3 of your matches. So there's 3 events with only 2 people. So towards the end of the month, it gets a lot easier to qualify because a lot of spots are already eaten up. But at the same time, waiting till then just to participate, you're passing up on opportunities for deck codes to improve your collection and potentially get that really awesome half deck. But so far, there's been 22 events that I have. I'm pretty sure I captured all of them. There's going to be 2 more. So, there's been more than 22 because do I have Old School on here? I don't see Old School on here because they qualified differently. So I don't have Old Schools on here because of how they did theirs. So you'll have to look at this sheet, and they're at the bottom here, who qualified under Old School. That's just what I have. So there's actually been 3 more events. So it's 25 events so far. And then we got 2 more. So 27 total this month. That's a lot. And then just for fun, I've got a leaderboard on there, and I base it on points. So obviously when you do matches, events where they're just counting wins as 1 point, those events aren't going to get you a lot of points on the leaderboard. But this is just a theoretical exercise anyway. But the point events, which is what majority of the events are, obviously can earn you a lot of points. So this is the current standings based on points, followed by I've got score, which is your wins, and ties are half a point, and then it's based on might be point differential. I can't remember what the third factor was. I don't think it comes into play for anything maybe, but it might down below. But everyone who's highlighted is qualified. So you can see even somebody here who played in one event, they went 1 and 2, they qualified. I'll see a bunch of these people down here who've played in one event. They played in events where other people need to be qualified, so they didn't get qualified. So there's 2 more chances if you want to participate. You sign up on the challenge website, make an account. You can tie it to your Discord, I believe, if you want. And then all you need to do is join the Discord of the host and be there at the time when they go live. You go into the voice channel. You don't have to talk. It's good to be there to hear things, or just communicate through chat if you don't have a mic or don't want to be listening to the Discord or whatever. But be in the channel so you can communicate with them and they know you're there. But you have to sign up on the challenge website to participate. So, and it's a very easy process. So this just has some cool stats. You can see Sorum has been in 22 events this month. That's the most of anybody. So he's missed 1 event, or out of 25. So he's missed 3 events. But he's been in 22 events. He's got nearly a 60% win rate, doing very well. You can see the other players who've been in 10 or more. We're all up there in the top 7. So the more events you participate in, the more likely you are going to be higher on this board. Just the nature of things. But just some cool information for people to see. If there's if there's something you want to see about it, it's here. So like I said, 2 more events to get qualified. That's 6 more spots available. Remember, if not a lot of people are participating in it, the odds are likely that some of the people that are participating already qualified. There's good chances for you to get qualified. Or just win all 3 of your matches and you'll have a really good chance. So there's always that. Just play good, right? All right. So before I get into the last thing, I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to touch on. I don't think so. I'll stay on the Chrome page here. So let's do the second trivia question now. How about that? Knock that out, and then we can get into the last thing I wanted to touch on. So, or last things rather. So the second trivia question is going to be, how many cards are in the game that have a real person's likeness in them? So these are cards that people won an event and they got their likeness put on a card that are in the game today, not ones that are coming, that are in the game today. And what are the names of the cards? So you got to tell me the names of the cards and how many there are. If you get the correct answers, I will give you a booster of Beakers and Bones. This does not count the newly created player card like Varia Bloodshade. She doesn't have anyone's likeness to my knowledge, but it was a player created card, but I'm not counting it. So just so people know, I'm not counting that one. So be curious to see if anyone knows the cards. Like I said, it's a booster. I feel like these are a little bit easier. This one's probably easier than the first one, but the first one is also pretty easy too. So, and with the battle pass going on, people are probably grinding campaign a little bit, so you've probably seen these buffs in the game. So take your stab at it, and hopefully you get the booster pack. Okay, so other things going on. I'm going to go back to the calendar. So Mlvanbie has his random whatever events he's got going on Friday nights and Sundays. This week is Deck Roulette. I don't know if that's just random decks or what it is. It says random fuses. So you got random decks this Friday and Sunday. He's doing 2 of those every week, and he rotates what the theme is or whatnot. So feel free to join that. He opens like for an hour long. Just join a queue, post some screenshots of cool things that happen. You get a free deck code. He gives out extra deck codes sometimes for really cool things that show up. Other than that, there's been no other real events going on. Convergence League is still finishing up this week, the final month of that. Next month will be the Convergence League Championship. So you had to qualify through these 3 Convergence League months, qualifier months. And if you qualified, you'll be invited to the championship event. And I don't know exactly how it's going to work, other than it'll be Convergence format, but I think it's all going to be in one sitting, perhaps. So they're still working out those details, but it is expected to happen next month. So when we get more details on that, we will put that out there. Otherwise, I don't think... You always got Wednesday game night, of course. If you beat Crimson, you can win some SFG or win a booster, perhaps. You get a deck code potentially for showing up. So there's always that. There is potentially... I don't know if they're going to keep doing the Convergence League or not, or if they're going to change it up or what they're going to do with that. I did tell them that I thought it's been a good format, although it's hard for newer players to understand and make decks and get into it. I know for a fact there's a couple players who basically took, prior to January, they took the previous 3 months from October to December to figure out how they can participate and get the decks they need. And I helped a couple players, understand the format to try to get them to be able to make decks. So obviously with a really small collection, it can be really hard, but I think over time, more people will be understanding how to play it, how it works, and I think it's a good format. I like it. I would like a more traditional style event going on. I did have a series I was running, but I just haven't had the time to put towards that. And yeah, so we'll see if any other formats or any other event series start up and come out. Hopefully there's something coming on the horizon. That'd be really cool. And then the last thing I want to talk about, never too early to think about this, but it's definitely something that I'm watching for and paying attention to, and that is going to be my favorite physical event thing, and that is Gen Con. So Gen Con, of course, happens at the end of July, beginning of August, depending on how the dates fall. This year, 4-day pass is $164. It keeps going up, up, up. That's okay. It's worth it, in my opinion. If you're going to buy even just Friday and Saturday, it's just better to buy the 4-day pass, but do beware, they do sell out. So these go on sale in like 10 days. So it's a week from this Sunday. They go on sale on February 8th at noon. So if you are going to be going and you want to get your badge, I recommend getting it early. They shouldn't sell out on the 8th. I don't think it's ever sold out on just the 8th, but on the first day that it's open. But it's definitely, I highly recommend if you're able to go, you go, because it's a great time. And even if only part of your time is spent with SolForge Fusion and Stoneblade, there's so many other things you can do there. It's a great event. It's fun. It's cool to get to go down to the football field and just see that. Plus, that's where all the good food's at, in my opinion. But 4-day passes, $164, and they will sell out. And then they ship out. They'll mail out sometime in June. And not much else at this time about it. I know Stoneblade will be there. They have a big following for Ascension and some of their other games. So even if they don't do Worlds this year, I don't know if they are or not going to have that. Hopefully they'll have something else going on. But they'll definitely have something for SolForge Fusion. They always do a storyline event, which is an amazing time, a lot of fun. So just putting that on people's radar. 10 days away. It's $164. I guess with taxes and the shipping fee, which is like $15 last time, you're looking at $200 for per ticket. So it's expensive. Don't get me wrong, but I definitely think it's worthwhile. I don't know what trade day is, by the way. $300 for trade day. No idea what that is, but I don't have anything to trade. Whatever that sounds like pretty expensive stuff. So, so I'm definitely going to be going. My son and I will be going. I already have our hotel booked. If you don't have a hotel booked, I recommend you start looking to get the best prices. Everything within the loop around Indy is probably sold out or blocked out for special reservations of some sort. Even as soon as the previous year is over, they already lock it out. So I booked the same month last year, from where I had, and got a better price than I paid last year, actually. So looking forward to that. But I wanted to put this on people's radar in case, because people don't think about Gen Con until it gets closer and people start talking about it more. If any information does start coming out once this goes live about who's going to be there or maps or anything of that sort, I'll, of course, pull that stuff up because I'd like to know the layout, where things are going to be, where people are going to be. Yeah, I'll keep posting about it as we get more information, but I did want to pull it up because it's getting close to the time to be able to buy your tickets. And I know, some people wait to the last minute and they find out the 4-day badge is sold out and they can only buy individual days, and some days are sold out. Saturdays are very popular, obviously. Sundays are not as popular. So buy your tickets early, and hope to see you guys there. I'll definitely be there, and we'll see what kind of events are going on, and if not, we'll run some stuff ourselves if we have to. So, yeah, looking forward to it. It's, 7-8 months away, but it's never too soon, in my opinion. I really enjoy this. I really enjoy the physical play, so looking forward to it. But otherwise, that's all I've got for this episode of Rallying the Forge. Just grinding away at the Battle Pass here, so make sure you guys are doing that as well, especially if you paid for it. You got 900,000 experience to gain, and level 21 decks are not getting you that experience. So it might be something next time they allow. We'll see. I wonder. I've got a ton of decks, but you can see I got a bunch of max level ones as well. But yeah, grind away, and I will look forward to hopefully seeing you guys Friday at my stream for the finals, and hopefully I can do well in that. I would really like to win one of these, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I get a good draw with my sealed decks. We'll find out Friday. But until next time, I'll see you guys in and around the game. Take care.